Who's ready? Who's ready to party? Yo, what's up? I'm Joe. I'm the design director at Turbrilla, and it's just me today. I was gonna have Michael from LCQ come on, but he's busy, so I'm gonna be here. We're gonna play a little bit of Mad Skills Motocross Chasing the Dream. I got a bunch of questions that you guys asked. We're gonna go through all those. We're gonna talk about the game. You guys can ask more questions in chat, and we're just gonna have a fun time here. Play the game, talk about it, get to know each other, and we'll go from there. So let me know if the audio and everything's good. It's been a while since I've streamed here, so hopefully everything still sounds okay. All right, so I'm just gonna run some laps to start off, and then we'll start answering some questions. I just have it in kind of first of all, before we get going here, let me turn this back off. A disclaimer. Want to open up with a disclaimer, right? This is very early on. We're talking pre-alpha. So everything we talk about today is subject to change. A lot of these things are placeholder. A lot of the animations, all the sound effects, the bike sounds, all those things are placeholder. So, don't critique those things too much. What we're really focusing on right now is trying to hone in the physics, and we're also trying to get multiplayer up and running. We have some versions of it working, but once it's kind of ready, then we're going to put out a free demo for everyone to download on Steam. So the disclaimer is everything we talk about today, subject to change. I'm going to tell you about what our plans are and what we want to do and what our dreams are, but obviously things can happen, things can change. So, none of these are promises. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I just want to put that out there. But with that being said, some other things, right? We're showing you guys this early. This isn't how Turbrilla normally does it. Normally, we work on a game kind of in secret, and then maybe a month before launch, we finally share it, show some stuff, and then boom, it's out. This is going to be different, right? We want to work with the community from the start. We want to get you guys involved. We want to get the game in your hands early. We want to get your opinions, your thoughts, your feedback, and then we're going to listen to you guys, and we're going to take that feedback, and we're going to adapt the game, change it, and really make a game for the community, right? LCQ is currently 4 guys. They're all real-life riders. They're super passionate about the motocross community. So this game is very much meant to be for riders by riders, and we're going to use the community to help us achieve that goal. It's not saying everything you guys wish for is going to come true, because obviously we have our own goals and our own vision for how we want the game to be, and we can't please everyone. You can't please 100% of the people, but we're going to do our best to kind of give the community what they've been looking for. So with that being said, I'm just going to run some laps, and then after I run some laps, we'll start going over some questions. I'm going to just quickly check chat. If I'm looking over this way, I'm looking at chat, so I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I'm reading when I'm looking this way. So let's see here. What do we got? Anything? Can we play this tomorrow? No, not quite tomorrow. The demo we're hoping to be out soon, like within weeks. Is it free on Steam right now? It's not on Steam, but you can wish list it on Steam. Set game audio to 0. Okay, well, Hodge wants game audio to 0. We'll put it to 1. So there's a little bit, but okay. So here we go. We're just gonna run some laps. I'm gonna go back to the start section so you guys can see. There's 2 tracks in the game currently. We'll play both of them. We're gonna get back here to the start. Start running some laps here. Let me just double check some stuff. Yeah, I do have the controller. The controller always working. I put that up so you guys could see the controls. It is 2-stick currently. Gas brake. I've just got it in automatic. There's also three different perspectives. We'll try all of them today. But yeah, I don't feel like shifting, so it's an automatic. And you'll see the whips are not canned animations. It's not like you just hit a button and it cans. It's all free physics. You kind of do whatever you want. Still working on tweaking it, making it better, but you'll see. I'll try to throw some big whips. I'm not quite as good as Michael at this game, but you'll see I case this jump all the time. Also, the fences don't have collisions, and that's on purpose because, you know, makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, so this is very early prototype of Mad Skills Motocross Chasing the Dream. I'm going to start with one of the questions. Let me go find out exactly who asked it. So let's see here. Someone asked about the story of how LCQ, here we go, Guga Smatos on Instagram, sorry I probably said that wrong. How was the idea born of LCQ Studios and Turbo working together on this game? So while I run some laps, we'll talk about that. If some of you guys probably know, LCQ Studios released Motocross Chasing the Dream a while back as a free demo and in early access. When that came out, I saw it, immediately downloaded it, played it, and I loved it. Saw the potential, and it was very similar to a game that Turbo was planning on making. Like, our CEO actually asked me a couple years ago. He said, "Hey Joe, if you could make any game at Turbo, what game would you make?" And I basically described this game, and that was before LCQ Studios announced their game. I said, I want to take Mad Skills Motocross to PC and consoles, and I want to make a fun arcade game that's accessible, easy to learn, hard to master, has really good multiplayer support, has support for these ranked multiplayer leagues where people can hop in, have good matches against people of similar skill, all these things. And I kind of told Matthias, our CEO, that was my dream, that's the game I want to make. And he said, okay, let's figure out a way to make it happen. So we started planning on when and how we can make that game. And during our planning phases there, we hadn't started development really, we were just kind of figuring out how we could make it a possibility, is when LCQ Studios came out with their demo of Chasing the Dream. And when I played it, I was like, oh man, this is very similar to what we wanted to do, like almost identical. So I basically just reached out to Michael at LCQ Studios and said, hey, I want to make this game with you. Like, Turbo was planning on making a very similar game, and instead of us being competitors, why don't we team up? I think there's, you know, we've already got a big fan base with our mobile games. We could team up and we can make, you know, the best arcade motocross game out there. And Michael said, yeah, let's do it. So it's been a while now. I don't know, a little over a year, I think, that we've kind of been in talks and trying to figure out exactly how this partnership would work. But here we are. So the old Chasing the Dream's been taken down. The new one has been put up. And we're going to work together and we're going to make an amazing arcade motocross game for riders by riders. And we want it to be very authentic and represent motocross well, but we don't want it to be a hardcore simulator. It's not going to be like MX Bikes or MX Simulator. We love those games. We play them ourselves, huge fans. But we want this to be something different. We want this to be a game where, you know, your buddies can come over, you can toss them a controller, you can sit on the couch, and if they've never played it before, they can start running laps immediately, and it doesn't take them a month to figure out how to get around without crashing. You know, I've got, I don't know how many hours I have in MX Bikes, but I got quite a bit, and I still struggle on that game. So this isn't meant to be like that. It's meant to look and feel realistic, but the controls are not, right? They're accessible, they're easy to learn, they're going to be hard to master, just like Mad Skills Motocross on mobile. It's really easy to pick up that game, learn it, but to be competing with the top guys, it takes thousands of hours to get there. So we want this game to be the same. So that's kind of how Michael and I and LCQ Studios and everyone found each other. I also, as we get started here, I want to give props to all, you know, the guys at LCQ Studios. Michael Hodge is the main programmer, so he's the one who's been programming everything. Actually, currently he's the sole programmer. And then you've got Damien, who's artist, level designer. You got Roger, same thing, worked on a lot of the bike models, the rider models, also helped with a lot of the level stuff. And then Huron, you guys probably know Huron from MX Bikes modding. He's also helping out with some track design. So I want to give props to those four guys. Everything you see in this game right now is because of those four guys. They've done everything. So they get full credit. They've been working hard on this game. So props to them. So here we go, running some laps. You can see it's kind of hard to play and talk. So let me just double check chat. I haven't checked it in a while. If you guys tag if you tag me, it makes it easier for me to read questions. So if you've got a question for me, use like @Turbillo and I should be able to see it better. Right. So let me go over some of the frequently asked questions that we saw on social media. So we got these from like a million people. Take a sip of my drink here. So the first one, what happens if you already bought the original, the one that LCQ Studios released? If you bought that one, it was an early access, what's going to happen? If you go to Steam under the original LCQ Studio Steam community page, you'll see that Michael posted some info on that. Basically, when the new game is out, you'll load up the old one, and it'll generate a key for you for the new one. So you don't have to pay twice. Whatever you paid the first time, you'll be able to get the new version, right? So you'll open up the old version. Once the new one's out, it'll generate a key for you. You'll take that key, you'll pop it in Steam, and you'll get a copy. So no need to worry there. We're not making you pay twice, nothing like that. That's one of the big questions we got. Another question here: is it going to come out on Mac? Is it going to come out on mobile? Is it going to come out on name PlayStation? Name whatever console or platform you want. Right now, we're focusing on PC. All the development so far has been done on PC. That's our primary focus. We do plan to release it on every major console. So the plan is after PC, PlayStation, PlayStation 5, Xbox, even Nintendo Switch, all those things. We want it to work on the Steam Deck as well. So that's our goal, is to get it on all those platforms. We have not talked about mobile. I'm going off the track here. We haven't talked about mobile. I don't think this is a mobile game, personally. Maybe we could add it with controller support. Phones these days are so powerful now, who knows? But mobile's not in the plans. I'll say that right now. So the major consoles and PC are in the plans. The other frequently asked question we got here: can I be a beta tester? Yeah, sure. Everyone's going to be a beta tester, right? We're going to have a free demo available on Steam, and anyone can download it, and we want people to start playing it, testing it. We're probably also going to put up a website where you guys can look and vote for things you want, new features, whatever you want changed, if you want tweaks to physics or whatever, and then you can go in there and see what other people have voted for. You can upvote things, downvote things, and we can see what's the most popular wish for the community. Is it to fix the whip physics, or is it to add better audio, etc., right? So we really want the community involved, and we're going to figure out a way to make that as easy as possible. Another common question: will there be microtransactions, right? Like some of you guys are familiar with our free-to-play mobile games, and yeah, there's a lot, they're free to download, and then you get ads, and there's a bunch of other things you can buy in the game, and that's how we make our money. This is not a free-to-play mobile game, right? The industry for free-to-play mobile games and the market is way different than premium PC console games. This will be a paid game, most likely. That's yeah. As of now, the plan is it's a paid premium game. You download the game, you get everything in the game. There might be other add-ons, like we might have DLC where like the career can be extended. You pay some money later and you extend the career, or track packs or gear or whatever. There might be things like that, but no, you're not going to have to buy packs of currency to upgrade your bike and do all these kind of things. It's not going to be like that. So you don't have to worry about microtransactions. We might have season pass and other fun things like that we think players actually like, but there won't be, there's not going to be ads, and there's not going to be microtransactions and things like that. That's not in the plans. Will there be terrain deformation or track erode or whatever you want to call it? Yep, it's not in here yet, obviously, as you can see, but that is in the plans. We think in order to have a really good motocross game, you have to have that. That's one of the features that we definitely need to have in this game, and we have plans to put it in. What else? Will there be mod support? Yep, mod support. It's already in the works. Michael actually already had a version of it working recently, so there will be mod support. The way mod support's going to work is you will have to download Unity on PC, and there will be a mod type package, and you'll download that, make tracks, and then upload it to mod.io, I think is what we're going to use. And then anyone on any platform, so if you're on, eventually once we're out on console, if you're on PlayStation or you're on Xbox and someone uploaded a track, you'll be able to use it as well. So we want to be the first motocross game to have cross-platform support for modding. And those are the frequently asked questions. Now I'm going to go into very specific questions that people asked on different social media, and we'll talk about that as well. I do want to start running some laps, and I want to go back to the main menu because I want to try to I'm going to do race mode, which really isn't racing because there's no other people, but it at least keeps track of my lap times, and I want to see if I can get some burners here. All right, from chat, will we have full gate of players in a league? So the idea is we do want it to be 40 player races, right? So we're hoping that we can get 40 people on the gate at once. League races hopefully would be the same. Obviously it depends on matchmaking. If there's not 40 people available, then you'll get less people. But yeah, the plan for outdoor races like this would be 40 people on the gate. All right, let me get the next question once I screwed up. So now I'll just look over here. Will you be able to customize the follow cam, and will you be able to change the FOV? Yeah, you can already change the FOV. So if I go in here, it's under gameplay, right? So the follow cam, you can adjust the FOV. Same with these other ones. There will be more settings as well. But yes, there will be camera settings. Actually, we could do some first person. What else? Will the community-driven mods get... No. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about mods. Modding support is going to be strictly for tracks. We're not going to have modding support for bikes or gear, and there's kind of multiple reasons for that. But as you know, if you've played our other games on mobile, like Mad Skills Motocross, we've got partnerships with a lot of the real gear brands like FXR, Fly Racing, Fox, Thor, Fast House. We've put a bunch and more, right? There's a bunch of different brands in those games. So because we've got partnerships with them, we want to do like official replica kits in the game. There'll be different ways you can unlock those, achieve them, etc. So we're not going to let people mod bikes and gear because we're going to use official licensed gear and bikes. Not necessarily bike manufacturers, but like graphics kits like Rival Inc. and things like that. So modding support will be tracks only. Let me just see if I can, little wheelie scrub right there. See if I can actually like put in some decent laps and not make this look this bad. That'll be less talking because it's hard to concentrate. Also, you see some visual bugs, gear changing colors and such, but ignore that. Oh, the whips are so much fun in this game. See if I can take this inside like nicely. Oh no, parked it on the apex. Different lines here. This one kind of goes over. I like taking the on-off line, but that one's fun. I can rarely clear this. You got to hit it pretty smooth going through there. Scrubs aren't in yet, so you won't really see me scrubbing, but we got whips. Working on figuring out how to do scrubs the right way. We don't want it to be like some canned animation type thing. If possible, we want it to be, you know, you're in control, free physics type deal. As I'm running laps here, not answering questions, I'll talk about kind of what our goal is here. We want to combine the best elements of the games that you guys love. So everyone's been talking about MX vs ATV Reflex, the physics, the whip physics especially. So we're taking inspiration from them. We're not trying to clone it or anything, because honestly, if you go back and play that game now, I think a lot of the reason people love it is the nostalgia factor. Like if you go play it now, yeah, it's good, but it could be better. It's not as, it doesn't feel as modern as this does. So we're taking inspiration from it. We want it to be similar, but we want to update it, modernize it. So we definitely want fun arcade physics similar to that. And then when it comes, you know, to like level design, animations, we want all that stuff to be realistic. We want the game to feel authentic, you know, just like how people love MX bikes because it feels and you know, looks like a motocross game, and it's not all goofy and silly stuff and unicorns or whatever. So you know, we're trying to combine fun arcade physics like Reflex, but nice authentic motocross games similar to MX bikes. Let's see if we can get a nice little tap here, a little case. Come on, get it. Oh yeah, there it is. 135, not terrible. I think yesterday my best was like a 132. Hodge Friday was like 124s. This is crazy. So there definitely is like a skill gap in this game, and which is good. That's how we want it. You know, we don't want everyone to be just ripping. It's hard for me to do whips in first person. I'm much better in third person. I love this section right here. Alright, well, I'm at the sand jump, answer more questions. Yeah, first person, we talked about that. Can we see the menu features? The menus are like, there's nothing really to show. Where can I get that bar pad? That's top secret, dude. That's really top secret, Daniel. All right. Game is looking good. Thank you. Nice flow. Brakes are a little powerful. Oopsie. Yeah, brakes are. That's Hodge talking. We'll fix those. Will there be an online leaderboard? Will there be ghost racing? You know, we've seen a lot of comments since we announced the game last week. We've seen a lot of comments of people wanting like a jam-like mode or something like that. So I think we'll probably put that in the game at some point. I think it'd be fun to have a weekly track where you're kind of just racing leaderboard times with ghosts. So if you don't want to hop into a hardcore race, that you're, you know, sweaty race, you could just sit there and grind out lap times. There's something fun about that, and you know, it's been fun in Jam for the last 12 years or however long we've been. I guess 10. MSM2 came out 10 years ago, like yesterday, was it? So happy 10-year anniversary. Yeah, Jam's awesome. I think we're gonna put in a mode similar to that for sure. Ooh, little like seat bounce there. All right, let me get the next question. Well, the tracks were down. Yep, talked about that a little bit ago. We'll have Track It Road. It's not in the game yet. It will. Do you need to have a good PC to run the game? No, we hope not. You know, the goal is to have it run on the Steam Deck, which is pretty low performance, and also Nintendo Switch. So if it can run on those two things, then we should have a version that can run on a pretty potato PC, especially if you turn on the graphics. Right. For making custom tracks, how will it work with the game related to MX bikes? With this game related to MX bikes? I don't know. I've never made a track on MX bikes, but it'll probably be similar, other than the fact that with MX bikes, you know, you got to go online, go to some sketchy website, download tracks, put them in a folder, figure out where they go. In this game, you'll just open up the game, go to a section, look at the tracks, download the ones you want, and do it from there. So I think making the track will be similar to MX bikes. Michael Hodge in the chat could probably talk more about that than I can. But yeah, the actual making of tracks will probably be similar, but the downloading and playing of tracks will be a much smoother process in our game. Would League Racing be like F1 League, where you could have a 16-round Supercross series with 20 friends? We don't know the full details on that yet. I think it would be fun to have private leagues. That would be awesome. So I would love to have... Yeah, I'd love to have the ability to do private leagues. But first we want to do, you know, public ones where people can kind of hop in, join a race, and then everyone will have different skill ratings, and what your skill rating is will depend on who you're going to race against, similar to like how iRacing does it, I would think. So that way, every race you hop in will be a fun race. You know, you're not going to be getting smoked up people way better than you. Because right now, you know, like let's say you hop on MX Bikes, you just join a lobby, random server, get a race. You know, the field is always so mixed. You got dudes who are fast, and you got dudes like me who are not, and then I end up getting lapped, and it's not as fun, right? So if I love that game, it's a great game, it's super fun, but the competitive part of it isn't super fun just because there's no like skill-based matchmaking and things. I think iRacing does such a good job with that, where any race you hop into in iRacing is always a fun, close race, and you feel like you can compete, and we want to try to go for that same feeling. Alright, let me take some questions that we had on social media this week. And how many laps am I at? 5? Once I finish these 10, we're going to switch over to the other track and I'll do 10 laps there. So, will there be sand physics? Yeah, there's already sand physics. There's sand in this track, actually. And when if you see me go through it, you can tell it's already slower. On Discord, Minifridge asks, will the whip physics be somewhat realistic, similar to the other games like MX Bikes, MX Sim, and classic MX vs. ATV games? And will this game have a learning curve like MX Bikes and Sim? So first on the whips, yeah, I think the whips are similar to those games, to where it's not a canned animation. You're kind of controlling the whips. You can make them look bad. Let's see, can I do a real ugly whip? Like, yeah, so you could do stuff like that and make them look bad, or you can get good at it and try to make them look, you know, much better. So you can almost go like fully backwards. There's some pretty nice whips you can do. So it feels more like those games than it feels more like MX Bikes, MX Sim, and Reflex than it does like Legends or Supercross the game or anything like that. And then the second part of that question was, will it have a learning curve like Spike and Sims? No, it won't. It's like way harder to crash. It's way more forgiving. There's not much to learn. It's not hard to get going. It's super easy learning curve. You can hand this to someone and they can start running laps. If they've ever played a racing game in their life, they'll be able to run laps without any issue. The next question we got on Discord was from Troy. Will there be any enduro tracks or trails tracks? Will it be fully focused on motocross? Well, there will be modding, right? So modders can make whatever they want. To start, I think we'll be focusing on motocross and some supercross style tracks. I don't think we'll be prioritizing like enduro or anything like that to start. But in the future, yeah, for sure. If there's enough demand, if enough people want those kind of things, then we'll work on making those kind of things. I know in the original Jason the Dream demo, they had a track and it had some enduro and like trail elements on one of the tracks, which was fun. So I'm sure there'll be little stuff like that. Next question we had on Discord was also from Troy. Will you support mods for the game? Yeah, we talked about that already. Mods for tracks, not mods for riders or bikes. Last place 338 on Discord asked, will there be 2D style mode like what Mad Skills is known for in their mobile games? That's not planned, but it got me thinking that would be very interesting to have like a 2D, like a mini game that's 2D style. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see where this game goes and how popular it is, but that'd be very interesting. I also think straight rhythm tracks would be fun because, fun fact that straight rhythm was kind of designed after Mad Skills Motocross. So, you know, now that this is a Mad Skills game, it'd be kind of fun to put some straight rhythm in here because it's kind of what Mad Skills was all about. All right. Ego Death on Discord asked, will there be any freestyle motocross? Not in the plans right now, but maybe in the future. Who knows? Right now we're focusing on racing and specifically American amateur racing. So it's all about, you know, the story mode's all going to be about like the struggles of being an amateur and coming up, you know, through the ranks, trying to make it to nationals and go pro, that kind of thing. Who else? Veolis89. Will there be an in-game leaderboard for times? Yeah, touched on this a little bit. I think so. I think we need to have some good leaderboards. You know, people in the mobile games are used to that thing. So yeah, we'll make sure we got some leaderboards. And then 48 Quick Void. Will it just be online or will there be single player? Yeah, there will be single player, which means we do need to have some AI racing. The single player campaign is going to be fun because it's going to be decision based. This is what we're going for. So during like the cutscenes in between races, you'll get asked questions, and the way you respond will have an outcome on the game. It's not just going to be this thing you go through and it's the same for everyone. You know, you have to make choices, and your choices will affect the outcome, which will also make it more fun to replay the career. And that was all the questions I had written down from Discord. Next, we're going to go over to some Instagram questions. But first, let me check chat. Will the bikes be the same speed in Mad Skills Motocross, or is it going to be heavy on setting, tuning up your bike ride? No, we don't want it to be heavy on setting or tuning your bike. And same with our mobile games. The reason we've never done that is because, like for example, when I play MX bikes and I lose, there's always a bit of like, you wonder, did I lose because my bike setup was wrong? Did I lose because I'm not as good? Like, was my controller, like there's so much tweaking and stuff in those games that when you don't do good, it's easy for you just to like blame, oh, I had a bad setup, whatever, you know. So we don't want the game to be very setup heavy because we don't want players to wonder why they lost, right? There are probably a couple different setup things that you could tweak and tune, but I don't think it'll be anything that'll like make or break the game for you. So it won't be nearly as advanced as some of the other games. We're going for more simple stuff here. Some of those track markers are like on the track. We need to fix that. Let's see. Do you think there could be like pro and amateur series? And you have to gain, let's say, points in the amateur series to get a pro license? Yes. I think for multiplayer, we'll definitely have some stuff like that. Like we would like to have ranked leagues where you know, maybe you start out in like a beginner league, and as you earn points, you can move up to intermediate or advanced or pro or whatever. So yeah, we want to have something like that. Is there going to be amateurs? Does that mean there are things like 65s and 85s? To start, this is a 125. We're working on, you know, we got the 125 in the game now, and then the next two will be 250, 450. And then after that, we've talked about other stuff like 85, 65, I think 110, different things. So yeah, there will be different types of bikes for sure. I'm going to start hitting up some of these Instagram questions, and then we got a couple more laps. Let me just like rip a couple laps without talking much, because it's kind of hard to show off the game while you're talking. Alright, let's try to take some new lines, as I tried to go outside and I ended up going inside. I'm also all over the place. That one made me happy right there. I like this little jump too. This jump you really gotta... Oh yeah, there we go. And then this next corner, if you can sneak in the inside, you can like rail... Oh, I missed it, but you can rail that berm. Feels really good when you do it right. Try the outside line. I like taking the inside, so we'll show the outside. Ah, I messed it up. Can't wait till we can scrub that thing. Oof. I also found some fun transfers when I was free riding on this track the other day. All over the place. I always come out of that turn too hard. Bouncing into the flowers. Oh, terrible. Can I go back? Will it let me? Nope. I was gonna sneak back and hit it again. Alright, MX Mike. What will happen if players cut the track corners? Yeah, so that's what happens, watch. You get reset. It's kind of too quick right now. It'll be different, but yeah. The structure for that is there. If you just go off a little bit, it should like just tell you. See, sometimes it, I don't know if that's a bug right now. It might be. Michael can tell us, but it should give you like a 5-second. I think if you go into like a red zone where you're cutting the track, it'll automatically throw you back on. But there's other parts where if you go off, it just kind of gives you 5 seconds to get back on. If you don't get back on within the 5 seconds, then it'll put you back on. Let's see. Like, do I get? Yeah. See. So if you go off like here, where you're not cutting the track, you're just kind of off to the side. You get a countdown. Is there going to be updates to MX2? We haven't really been updating that much. We do update it still, and there's little stuff, but we don't have any like huge updates, like no new bikes or anything like that coming. The major updates will be in Mad Skills Motocross 3. We've got a new mode in the works there. And then obviously this game, and then we have another game called Rally Clash, which is a mobile game. It's a rally cross style racing game. So, you know, we're hard at work on that game, Mad Skills Motocross 3, and this game. What else? All right, well, we already did our 10 laps. Let's change tracks. Let me finish out this lap, and you know what? Let's show you guys slot camera. Michael likes this camera. It's really hard to play in, but it's cool if you can like make it work. Ah! Yep, hard. Okay, not as skilled as I want to be. Ah! It's so hard to do it from this angle. Alright, back to this, and then we'll switch tracks. And then I'll hit the Instagram questions. Alright, race stopped. Main menu. So there's a couple things in here. Like right now we do have some FXR stuff, and then we've got just some LCQ Studios gear here. I like the blue. You could change your name and your number. We've also got some different graphics. All the UI and the menu art is all placeholder. But yeah, you know, I'll rock this one for a little bit. A little retro vibe. Yeah, other than that, you know, there are some settings right now. All this stuff's subject to change. There's some video settings. Now go away. You can change the controls. Whatever. Let's go to this track. We'll keep it in race mode. Slot camera is my favorite, and then make sure we say TV games. We'll be able to customize the angle. Yeah, you'll probably be able to. I'm sure Hodge will add some settings in there for that. Alright, Instagram. FXR Game Time. I'm all about customization. How much control can we have over the bike's gear? So, yeah, let's keep it in first person. For bikes, you'll be able to do like graphics, bar pad. You'll be able to change the color of different things on the bike. Obviously, you'll be able to customize like number plate, things like that. All the kind of normal things you would expect you'll be able to do. Same with rider gear. Like we'll have jersey pants, helmet, gloves, goggles, boots, butt patch. At least those kind of things, maybe more. You know, the name and number on the jersey, fonts, those kind of things. That's kind of what we're looking at. But yeah, you know, similar to the Mad Skills Motocross games, we love customization. The players love it, so we definitely want to have a lot of customization options, especially because this game is gonna very heavily be about PvP multiplayer. So you know, we want people to be able to like customize their rider and look different than everyone else on the track. We don't want to just have like a few different options and then everyone looks the same. So yeah, customization will be a big deal. I can never clear these jumps well. Ow! Close. Let me get the next question. ZSC FM43 Zach wants to know, would there be an in-game messaging system where you can talk to other players? No, I don't think so. Maybe in the future, but I don't, you know, I think most people just use Discord or whatever, so I don't think for us to like build that kind of system when there's already tons of other applications that can do similar things, it'd probably be a waste of time for us, honestly. So we don't have plans to do any kind of in-game messaging. Booski Brew on Instagram said, will there be any skill-based games or activities such as hill climb or soccer or something goofy other than racing? Hill climb would be awesome. We've talked about it and we definitely want to. I don't think those are the kind of things that'll come out first. We want to get like the basics for a motocross game in first, and then once those are done, then we'll start having some fun doing some goofy stuff. But yeah, we'd love to, you know, this is meant to be an arcade game, so obviously we'll have the modes that are realistic and meant to mimic real life motocross and those things, but we want to have a fun time as well. So yeah, we'll have special events, I think, with different types of modes and fun goofy stuff, just like we do in Mad Skills Motocross on mobile, right? Like we've got Moon Gravity, Jupiter Gravity, we've done invisible tracks and invisible riders and all kinds of silly stuff, just because it's fun. It's fun to mix it up every now and then. I like what iRacing does. I don't know if anyone here plays iRacing, but they have like 13-week seasons, and the 13th week of each season is kind of like a goof-off season where they'll just do like silly stuff and crazy things. So I think something along those lines would be fun, where just periodically we've got some modes that are meant to be fun. Like I would love to have like a step-up mode where, you know, 1 week we just have like a step-up competition so you can go the highest, or like a whip competition somehow. All right. What is this? Atwood Toby. Will there be a dual stick control for in-air physics similar to the MX versus ATV games? Yeah, right now we have dual stick, so left stick is steering there, and then the right stick is the rider leaning. So yep, dual stick, we got that. Will there be, this is from Joey Brio 812, will there be actual competitive AI to race against? Yeah, that's the plan. You know, we want to have a single player campaign where you'll be racing against AI, so gotta have good riders to race against. Oh, am I gonna hit that? Oh, there we go, I got over the wall, nice. We're almost through these Instagram things. Are the whips pre-scripted? No, we talked about this. This was from Half Baked TV on Instagram. No, they're not pre-baked. They're not. There's no like button you press to do like some canned whip animation. It's all with the sticks. So it's all on you to make your whips look good. I will say though, the way they feel now is much better than the way they felt in the old demo. Like I feel like I can do pretty good whips, and in the old demo I struggled. So they're feeling really nice right now. They still have some work to go, but they feel good. How many bikes you planning to have on the track at once? We talked about that a little bit. That was from John Krukel. 40 is the goal. That's what we want. That's what we're aiming for. And Martin Tim on Instagram Will we get a jam mode? Oh yeah, we touched on that. I think so. Yeah, I think we're going to want to do something just because we've seen so many people talk about it and comment. So it sounds like something you guys want. So I think like a weekly time attack mode, you know, new track every week. Throw up a leaderboard and see who can get the best lap times. You can race against other people's ghosts. I think that'd be fun. That's it for my Instagram questions. So now I'm back to chat. I'm going to focus on chat. Let me look here. What did I miss? Right. Meadow, any plans on the physics? Some features you want to add or don't? I don't know. I mean, the physics, we want it to be accessible. Like, we want anyone to be able to play them. But we want them to be grounded in reality, but fun for everybody. We want the whip physics to be free physics and fun and satisfying and not punishing. Like, if you notice, I can whip a lot of different jumps. You know, you don't need to get some like massive air to be able to whip a jump. That's by design, right? Whip should just be fun. You should be able to throw a whip during a race and not be scared. Like in MX bikes, I know some of you guys that are like pros in MX bikes can do whatever you want and you never crash, but like if I'm in a race in MX bikes, I'm not whipping because I'm scared. Every time I whip, I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. So we don't want it to be like that. We want you just to be like throwing huge whips on every jump because it's fun. So that's kind of the goals for the physics, in my opinion. I still think there's a few physics things now, like the traction probably needs some tweaking. The power to the ground feeling at slower speeds or on big hills or in the whoops, those probably need some tweaking. But yeah, you know, we're going to get an early version out to you guys, and then you guys can test them and let us know what you like, what you don't like, and then we're going to kind of just tweak it from there. But the plan is that it's accessible but grounded in reality. So arcadey physics that are grounded in reality that anyone can pick up and learn, but it's hard to master. That's the goal. How many total tracks will there be in the full game? We don't have a set number right now. Right now there's 2. You know, the career mode's going to need to have a decent amount of tracks. So I'll say our goal is 20 for the 1.0 version. But obviously we're going to come out with more tracks, and then once modding gets in, we're going to take like the best community mod, the best tracks, and incorporate those into future career DLCs and things like that. So hopefully if the modding community can be similar to how the modding community is in other games, then you know there'll be endless amounts of tracks, not just the ones we create, but the ones you guys create. All right, let me focus on a couple laps here as I go off the track. Can't focus. I'm getting good at that little wall jump. I used to have a lot of trouble with it. Up. SpongeBob. Go outside. If you go outside here, you can triple up. Triple. Oh, I missed the triple. Man. Keeps resetting me. That was pretty nice. Clear it. Oh. Case. See, so while it's easy, it's still not like you're not guaranteed to just blaze everything. You know, you still gotta have some skill, which is how we want it. All right, one more focus lap, and then we'll go back to some questions in chat. OJ. See, that's what happens when you don't clear the wall. I always think that that's a different corner, and then I go too far. It's okay though. Double. These ruts are fun, man. You get in these ruts and you can just rail them pretty quickly. You should see Michael when he plays. He's like, let's see if I can do a whole lap without hitting the brakes. I'm like, dude, you're a madman. Alright, let's switch camera for a lap. Ow. Eyeballs hurt. feel like I need to blink more. There we go, there's the triple. Triple! Nope, over jumped the first triple. I like the middle rut, but I have trouble getting in there.
Oh, that's alright.
No! Sloppy. Alright. At the finish, more questions. Right, what do we got here? Will tracks be fictional or some real amateur motocross tracks? I don't know yet. We're working on stuff, so more on that later. For now, they're fictional. I think a lot of them will probably be like inspired by real life tracks. But yeah. If we don't get like official rights to do the real life tracks, we obviously can't put them in the game. So that's what we need to work on. For multiplayer, will there be dedicated servers that people can buy, spin up? Yeah, I don't know. That's a question for Michael. But yeah, the idea is that like anyone could hop in, make a server, and then other people could join it. We also, we'll have a server browser, and then we also want to have like a button that people could hit. Just if they don't want to deal with the server browser, just hit like I want to play a race now, and then we just find them a race that works. So if you're not into server browsing, you don't need to be. Also, like you mentioned, iRacing, is there going to be a class rating? Yeah, once we get, I don't know if this will be in the first release of the game, the leagues. The casual multiplayer racing will definitely be in the first version. But the league stuff might come in a later version. But yeah, that's the idea. Man, I cannot talk and play at the same time. But that's the idea, is that there's different classes, and you have a class rating and that kind of thing. Will first person be adjustable? Yeah, it's a little bit adjustable now, but yes, there will be camera settings for the different cameras. If I had proposition for a race series that I didn't want to say for everything. What? Oh, you can contact me. I don't know if you're in Discord in any of the Turbo LCQ studios, but if you are, I'm Joe. I'm just Joe in those servers, so you can hit me a message. I should have like a staff role, so you'll be able to know which one's me. Or hit up the LCQ one and talk to Michael, or yeah, if you're in any of our Discords, just talk to us, talk to me or Michael, and we can have a conversation. The spike's supposed to be 125. Yeah, it is. Alright, MX Mike, will there be a track map where you can see player positioning in a race? I don't know. Maybe. People want it, then we'll probably add it. I don't see why not. I know like everyone gets that mod for MX bikes, that race HUD mod, so clearly people like it. So yeah, maybe we could add that. Shouldn't be too difficult. I cannot focus. We're already on lap 10. And then after this I'm going to do some free ride. So I can show you some transfers. What time is it? 2:45. We might just go till around 3-ish. 3 my time, so maybe 15 more minutes. Here we go. Trip. No, see? I overcooked that. Whoops. See, I go both ways. Terrible race. 101? I wonder what Michael's best time is. I think yesterday, I think that might be better than you. No, yesterday I think I did a 101.25, so it's close. Technically. Alright. Anyone else got questions? I'm going to back out and do a free ride here. Because I found some cool transfer lines I want to do. It's kind of fun just to mess around. How much is the game? To be determined. I don't know. How about that? Huh? That's one transfer. Trying to think where are my other fun transfers. Let's see if I can find them. Oh wait, there was one. Yeah, I think there's one right here that I liked. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, feels good. All right, I feel like I'm like Josh Hill when I'm doing these transfers. So, you know, shout out to Josh Hill out there. Love your style. What other transfers did I find? I had so many planned for the stream, and now I can't remember what all the transfers were. Replay editor, I don't know. I think a replay editor would be awesome, especially if we want to do like live streaming of events and things like that. So probably at some point, I don't know, you know, some stuff might come out after launch, you know, post-launch. This is just like other Turbilla games. The plan for this game too is that it's a live service game. So once it comes out, we're going to keep doing updates and making the game better throughout the years. It's not like we're going to release the game and then forget about it and then come out with another game a few years later, whatever. We want this to be kind of just, look at it. Mad Skills Motocross 2 has been out for 10 years now. People are still playing it and we're still updating it. So we want this to be the same, where we release it and then we just keep working on it for as long as people are playing it. How well do the physics currently work on a Supercross track? I don't know. I mean, it's been a little while since we've had a Supercross track in here. Some of these kind of have some Supercross elements to them. They feel good. They do. I like it. Physics feel nice. We still have some work to do on them, right? Like they're not 100% done, but they feel good. I'll just say that like when I start playing this game, it's hard for me to put it down. Even if I'm not racing people and I'm just out here like free riding like I am now, I just find myself like, you know, it's just like other Mad Skills games too, where you can feel yourself getting a little better, a little bit quicker, and then you're like, ooh, but I messed up that one spot. Now I want to, you know, so you're just constantly just grinding, trying to shave off tenths of a second. It's super fun. I feel like you give K-Dub that. Can't get up the hill. Turn it around. Oh, I think, did I have a transfer here? Yeah, I think there's a transfer here. See if I can hit it. Ah, messed it up. Yeah, that's what I did. I transferred from there to there. Oh, little accidental transfer. That was like perfect downside on that one. There we go. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see. I feel like there was another one I liked over here somewhere. Is this it? No. This one's fun. Let me just hit this one again. Hit the pits. Yeah, blasting right here. Whoosh. Oh, it's so much fun. I just think having like a big compound with like a bunch of transfers and freestyle jumps and stuff would be fun, just to throw whips. We need to have like a whip compound. Alright. What else we got? How many DMs do I get for free copies? Oh man, that launch week, so many. It's ridiculous, but I love it because that doesn't mean a bunch of people send me DMs now, but I just like it because that meant people are excited about it. So to me, I didn't mind. It's fun. But yeah, free demos should be coming out shortly where everyone can play. I don't want everyone to feel like they're waiting forever, you know, but the plan is to get this in your hands early so you guys can give us feedback. Because we really want you guys to feel like you're involved in the development. But yeah, you know, if the feedback we get is make it like MX Bikes, then you'll probably be disappointed because that's not what we're gonna do. What else we got? Will there be tricks? No plans for tricks right now. But who knows what happens in the future? Who knows? Maybe like a DLC with freestyle someday. I don't know. I'm not going to say no to that, but it's not in the plans. What happened to old tracks in Mad Skills BMX 2? They should still all be in there. I'm not sure. How soon will this be back on Steam? We don't have a date yet. Obviously, if you go to Steam now, the page is up, so you can go to Mad Skills Motocross Chasing the Dream. And Hodge, if you want to throw the link, I don't know if it'll let you. Hodge, see if you can throw the. You probably can. I should put the link in the chat. Go to Steam and type in Mad Skills, and you'll see it, and you can wishlist it, and then you'll get notified when it's available. But yeah, hopefully within like weeks, we'll have the free demo available. We wanted to get multiplayer working first, so that when the free demo's up, you guys could ride with your friends. But you know, it takes some time. What else? They've changed. The boss tracks aren't the same. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. Do you know how long ago that was? Alright, let's do or this. If you guys have requests on what you want to see me do, different cameras, whatever, let me know and I'll try to please you. I really like this. Michael's been working on this camera this week, like tweaking it, making it better. Feels really fun now, actually. I like that there's like a little bit of shake when you're on the ground. Feels realistic. Feels immersive. I like it. Try to do some weird thing just to see what happens. But yeah, cool. All right, what else? Transfers anywhere? Let's see. What else can I transfer? Oh, what do we have here? Where does this go to? I wonder. Let's try transfer like this. Let's see. Let me line it up. Alright, I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. No, not going to be able to get a good run up. Alright, that one won't work. What other transfers do I got? Let's think. Transfers are fun. Ooh, let's look at the signs. How about that? Yeah, let's show you guys these signs. Here we go. LCQ, little Turbarilla, new Turbarilla font there. We got a new logo too. Chasing the Dream, little Verb Moto action, MX Factory. We're gonna get MX Factory in the game. MX Factory is a very popular mode in Mad Skills Motocross 3. Kind of teaches people how to play the game, get better at it. So we'll probably try to do something similar in this. Shout out to Tyler. Let's hit this transfer again. This one was fun. Also, you can kind of go explore back here, see if there's like little secrets. I'm stuck on a tree. Hey, look, you can see my insides. Oh, that's so good. Ooh, that's kind of a fun transfer there. Oh, stuck on the bridge, breaking stuff. What other transfer could we do right here? I wonder if I could hit the side of this, send it somewhere. Let's just hit it wide open, see what happens. At the very least, it'll be fun. Ah, stupid trees. Where could I go to? I wonder if I could get all the way to here. It's not that big of a landing though. Kind of need to hit it more of an angle. Nope. Alright, what else? Please do some wheelies? Okay. Let me see. I'm not as good as Hodge at wheelies, but let me go to the start straight and do some wheelies. There's actually a few sections on here that I like to wheelie scrub. They're pretty fun. Let's try a wheelie in slot camera. I feel like I want more low-end torque to wheelie better. Like, there's a spot over here I like to wheelie, so let's see if I can do it in slot camera. I probably won't be able to. But on this next straight, there's a nice little wheelie scrub spot. Like right here, you can land in a wheelie. Nope. Nope. A little bit, kinda. Got the scrub there. Then the other place I like to do it is kind of more by the start. Go over here somewhere. Oh, there it is, right here. If you do this little inside line, get on here, and you kind of wheelie that, and you can scrub it, and that feels fun. Oh, look at that transfer, eh? Look at this, accidental transfers. Get there. Reinstalled the game not so long ago. Some tracks in the career were new or a little changed. Yeah, they might be just tweaking them based on. Sometimes we look at like how many people pass or fail a track, and if it doesn't have good pass rate, then we'll swap it out for a different track. Do a backflip. I don't think I can do backflip right now, honestly. I think the physics are unbackflippable in the moment. That'll change. But let's go try. I think there's some like limitations on the air physics right now. Yeah, see, I can't go back further than that. How much stuff is planned for off the bike in single player? I don't know. I don't know how detailed I want to get into those plans yet. You're not going to be like walking around off the bike, but there will be cutscenes and decisions to make. There will be different bike upgrades and like tuning and different things to do. There'll be like training, and we've talked about having like confidence levels, and you train to like raise that, and then if you lose a race your confidence level lowers, and there's gonna be some different kind of things to do to keep you busy outside of the actual race. Let's see, Steam Workshop mods? No plans for that. We're going to be using Mod.io because that works cross-platform. If Steam will only work with Steam, and then when the consoles versions come out, they'd be screwed. The game looks awesome. Thanks for answering questions. Okay, the game's still good with the new tracks. I was a little surprised. Yeah. What else? Anyone want to see anything else before we call it a day? Thanks for everyone for hanging out and asking questions and being stoked about the game. It means a lot to us. In the meantime, the best thing you can do for us is wishlist the game and just keep talking about the game. Tell your friends. Stay engaged with us. Stay engaged with the community. Join our Discord servers. Discord.gg/Turbarilla is the Turbarilla one. There's also an LCQ one, which I don't have the URL handy. But yeah, we just wishlist and keep spreading the word. That's the best you guys can do for us right now. And then once the demo drops, make sure you play it. Give us your honest feedback. You know, there's going to be things that are buggy, things you don't like. That's fine. Just let us know, and we're going to work on fixing things and getting this game up to your standards. But it's already really fun, and I see a lot of potential, and I'm really excited to see where it goes in the coming years. And I hope this is one of those games that we're still playing 10 years from now and just gets a bunch of updates. It's so much fun. Let's do first person. See, like I wanted to end the stream at 3, but I can't. I'm just having too much fun here. So we'll go a few more minutes. See if I can run some actual laps here. Some focus laps. I like the middle route, like this one. There. I didn't mean to jump the mitt right there. Alright, let's see if we can get the wheelie scrub here. Yeah! Ah, I seat bounced more than I scrubbed. I have trouble with that jump. Sand. Getting off crazy, off the track. Ah! Tried to take the high side and went overcooked it. I'm not sure which camera I like the best. They're all so much fun. Different helmet mods or skins. Is that what I read? Helmet model. Oh, models. Just a skin. I don't know. That's probably like I think right now we just have one, but obviously if we do like different helmet brands, like, you know, I don't know, if like Bell wants to have their specific helmet in here or something, then yeah, we'd have to do different actual shapes. What else we got? Oh, it's Wiggles. What's up, Wiggles? As a big MX bikes, this looks like a casual motocross game we all want. Something easy to toss in to your mate. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for. We just want it to be fun. We don't want it to feel like some sweaty, crazy game you have to play 7,000 hours to be able to like not crash. I think there's a place for those, and we like those games too. But we want this to be something different, easier, and just fun. You know, good laughs, good times, and just enjoying motocross in a more accessible game. For kids too, like, you know, it'd be fun, like kids play this, and you know, I think our audience will probably still be similar to how the mobile games are. It's more of an older audience, probably like 16 to like 45 is kind of more where we're at, but I also think this would be fun for younger kids too. Just so much fun. Like, I just love throwing the whips. Can't wait till we can like scrub some of these. Oh, I want to get this. Let me try this. Let me show you this sweet rail berm if I can get it. Nope. Man, the other day we were doing an online test, and I just was doing like every lap, and I was passing people on it, and it felt so good. Right there. You do like that. Especially in a race. Can't stop, won't stop. Alright, what else we got? Digging the art style. props goes to Damien and Roger for the art style. Maybe a little bit of Hurin in there too. But those guys have been working hard these last few months trying to get this art style dialed in. I think it looks so much better than the old version. We were kind of going for Firewatch-esque in a way. If you guys ever played the game Firewatch, we thought, you know, imagine like just riding a dirt bike through that game. It'd be super fun. So it's a little bit what we went for here. We didn't want it to be hyper realistic because that's really hard to pull off well, and we didn't want it to be too cartoony. And we kind of wanted it somewhere like stylized in the middle there. I think it's in a good spot. I think the bikes and the riders look really good too. So I'm trying to like show you what that looks like. Yeah, I guess slot camera's best for that. Yeah. All right, well, guys, I think I'm gonna call it, but the on-demand version of this video will go live on YouTube as soon as we end. So if you missed the beginning, feel free to watch it and hear all the good stuff that we talked about. I want to do these pretty frequently, not, you know, maybe once a month or something like that, like, or whenever we have significant updates to talk about or news to talk about. I thought this one would be good because we noticed a lot of people asking the same questions after we announced the launch of the game, so I thought we could do one and answer the most popular questions. So hopefully you guys have a better understanding of what Mad Skills Motocross Chasing the Dream is going to be like once it comes out. Please wishlist on Steam, it really does help us. Please ask your friends and your mom and your grandma and everyone to wishlist on Steam as well. I don't just say that, like it really does help us. So that's the best thing you can do for us right now is just wishlist, keep talking about the game, spread the word, be psyched about it, and get ready for the demo in the, you know, in the coming weeks here. So thanks for hanging out, and until next time, bye I guess. So thanks, love you guys, peace. This is like the awkward part where I said bye, but then I need to like click some more buttons, so, you know, deal with it.